Okay, what we're going to do here is, now that the butter's done, as you can see here, we've turned it off. It's been going for about, I don't know, about 3 hours now. One thing I've noticed is if you do cook it for a longer period of time, 45 minutes should be about enough to get everything out at a rolling boil. But I've noticed that if you bring it down to as low of a simmer as you can and cook it for about 2 to 3 hours, it turns out the best. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and strain it. What you do is you go ahead and load up your press. Some of this. Yeah, see this, you can see this, I don't know how clear it's coming out, but this is looking like toxic green with some ship brown water. It's mostly the dirt and stuff which is going to come out of your soil. If you make butter from hydroponic, it's going to come out a little bit cleaner. Okay, and then what you do, squeeze it out here, because the butter's deep inside all that leaf, and so you need to squeeze it out of there. Just simply straining it will not derive what's good. So you need to press it out of there really good. So if you're a lady, I hope you have a man around, and if you don't, you need to go and get 1 or 2, maybe 3. So there we go, there's 1. I don't know how well you can see that. And then what you do is you just add on top of it. If there's stuff in there, just add on top of it until you can't squeeze it out anymore. And depending on how thorough you want to be, sometimes I am, sometimes I'm not. We're going to be very thorough for this video so that you can capture all of this. Anyway, and you notice I used a second pot over here, and that's because this is what's going to end up in the fridge to turn this butter into solid, because this water is pretty hot. That's one thing also, if you turn the heat off of your plants before you start squeezing and the water cools down, you're going to have a solid chunk of butter leaves, so not good. So keep it at a temperature where your butter will stay liquid, which I've only had that happen once, and that's because I was taking a very long time, so don't do that. And now you don't have to do this. This is just an extra step. Sometimes I like to do this just so that I make sure that I get all of the butter out of anything that's trapped. Is you go ahead and take this squoze stuff already. Squoze, I don't know if that's the right word or not. It's down here. Anyway, squeeze. Thank you. My lovely assistant here helping us out. Anyway, sometimes I like to go ahead and toss it back in there. Mix it up so that it can reabsorb whatever might be left around, or just absorb a little bit more water so that when I re-squeeze it I get some of that excess butter.